Ooh, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Winning Move podcast. Today, I'm going to do a quick recap of the mastermind myself and Kalanni, my significant other, went to this weekend. It was amazing. And I'll wait for a couple people to get in here, but there's a lot more open than the other masterminds I've been to where it's not a pissing contest the whole time. And I mean pissing contest. A lot of people will just like, oh, well, I'm doing this many deals, I'm doing scale and scale, to where a lot of these people are worried about what does their life look like. So that was really interesting. So I'm going to cover a couple of these takeaways. The biggest takeaway for me is that there were not a lot of egos, right? And I remember going to a couple different masterminds, and it is a ton of ego. And then dudes just sitting there like, well, my dick's this big. Well, no, you're wrong. My dick's this big, right? And they're trying to see how many deals they're doing, to where it really is just open of like, hey, I'm doing this. I need help with this. How can you help me? And then everyone in the room is there to, okay, instead of doing this, have you tried this, this, and this? Have you tried this, this, and this? And it was an amazingly open environment. And like I believe I talked to, there was 30 people there, and I talked to every single one of them, had genuine conversations. That was a really, really cool part of it. Warm and inviting, and it wasn't stiff, right? One thing that I worry about as I get farther and farther into my business journey is that I end up wearing a suit every day. Like, I don't want that shit at all, and I don't want to go to masterminds to where there's one dude up in a suit, and I'm at a conference, and I'm uncomfortable, to where, don't get me wrong, I like looking nice, but I got into this because I want to structure my life and my business how I want it to be, and I don't want to conform to anything, right? So I think I was there in, just jeans and a t-shirt both days, and it was amazing. Had a great time. And some of you guys may not think that's a big deal, but it not being stiff and me being able to be relaxed the whole time, I thought was a really, really big deal. A recurring theme from this mastermind was, how do I want to build my life? And so Saturday, after I got done 75 hard, we're all drinking out by the fire pit, talking about like goals and dreams. And one of them was getting pressed. And I've never had a conversation of, well, what do you need to live your perfect life? And is it rational as to compared to, I'm going for these stars, no matter what, fuck everything else. I'm pushing, to where one of the coaches in this group, which was amazing, he was like, hey, I'll need to make this much money. This is what it looks like. And I'll probably achieve it in this year. And after that, I can pay for everything me and my wife have. And it's not, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's big numbers compared to what other people have. But he just was like, I don't want debt in my life. I don't want any more stress. And it brought me back to, okay, man. So as I'm trying to build these things, build my company, build my ideal life, am I being rational on what it's going to take, right? Because to them, I was like, bro, I want a fucking jet. Like, nothing else. I want a jet so I can do some of these amazing things. And I personally, it is all ego driven, like big dick driven. I want to know what it feels like to have a jet. I want to know what it feels like for me to have $100,000 coming in a month, no matter what I do, and I'm chilling, right? And then I know if I'm at that point, I'm still pushing to go farther and farther and farther. Like I'm striving to feel what that's like, and I'm only 26, and so I don't want to be like, okay, this is my life, and then shoot for that. But it put things into a really, really big perspective for me of, okay, you want this. What is the easiest way you can structure your life to make sure these things happen, right? So if I need X amount, what do you need to really do to make your life look perfect? And it's a lot of them are in the Life and Air Mastermind. It opened up my mind a little bit. I don't have the same views as a lot of them, and don't get me wrong, like it's not like they're saying, well, I only need $10,000 a month to live for the rest of my life, but they are thinking about their life in a way I've never thought about it before. And that was really eye-opening. I've been thinking way too small is the next thing, right? It's somewhat opposite to where I go in there and there's people in there killing it. And honestly, they're all killing it. But I've been thinking way too small to where there's a guy in there who has a full-time job. He has 200 units on his own. I'm going to interview him on my podcast next week. And he has like an $8 or $10 million self-storage portfolio on top of that. Like, bro, what am I doing? Right? This dude has a full-time job and he's accomplished all that, which is just bananas. And so I was like, bro, you got to kick your ass into gear if you want something really to get going for you. And then another takeaway was every business has problems. And I'm speaking as every niche has problems, right? So I'm talking to people and they're telling me about their issues that they're having, and then that their business-to-business company that they're using to solve those issues isn't working well. And so it opens up a door of opportunity for myself and my partner to go in and really service that market, which was crazy. Like, you don't realize when these opportunities are going to come towards you. And I think this goes into the argument of like, oh, you're lucky, instead of, oh, me being able to see the opportunity and then execute immediately and then go take some market share. Instead of like, oh man, yeah, you're so lucky, you just happen to be there. Instead of me being like, oh wow, so this is your issue. And then during that whole mastermind, I'm sitting here thinking about this. Usually, okay, that's happening, that's happening, that's happening. We can fix it by doing this, this, and this. I call my partner in the middle of the day, like, hey, bro, we got a great opportunity. We're going to have to talk about this on Tuesday. And then we just finished up a meeting talking about how we're going to break into that market and gain more market share and add more to our top line revenue. And it'll be really good, really, really good profitability wise. But all these businesses have problems, right? And this is going into the dildo, what's it called? The dildo philosophy. There is someone out there who's selling all those sex toys who's a multi-millionaire, right? And so if you can put on your money glasses and truly see, okay, where is the need, you will never, ever be broke, right? And so we'll be able to break into that and some other things that will increase our bottom line so much, and it's going to help us out immensely. It's really I'm really excited about it. The next thing was I need to go to more. I love the interaction. I love the relationships, and I love the way I feel when I'm done, and the excitement and just expanding my mind as I'm there and sitting here talking to people. Okay, what are you doing, man? Oh, you're doing this, this, and this. Oh, wow, I've never even thought about it that way. Oh, you're doing this, this, and this. And talking to people, learning about other people's lives, meeting some just really high-level people. I left really rejuvenated. And I remember talking to Kalanni in bed, like after every night, and we just recap the day and be like, wow, these are all really amazing people. I'm really excited for the opportunities that we have moving forward in this business. I need to go to way more. I'm so excited and ready to go. The vibe of that whole thing was absolutely amazing. I don't think, I don't know. I haven't had a vibe like that at any like event or anything I've gone to. Right, I've gone, let's say the Rafael Vargas event, where it is just mayhem, and that would I say is one of the best put together events I've ever been to where the energy, they got bottle service girls. I'm having a mimosa at 7 a.m. after we just got done drinking at 5, right? To where there's that, and then there was this, and I'm at a different point in my life to where I could talk to these people about, you know what, I need to balance out my family life. I need to balance out this or that. And then my final takeaway is I have an amazing spouse / partner / girlfriend, right, who is 100% on board. And this is all her thing, right? And will be involved in it. But she took the initiative. She joined it. And I think it was one of the best decisions she's made that's going to help take us financially, at least, into a really, really cool place. This was all the Storage Rebellion Mastermind. Great mastermind. What's his name? Mike Wagner runs it. Mike was amazing. He's a very successful hippie, is the best way I can put it. Has great hair. But yeah, that was just what I wanted to recap from that mastermind this week. Well, this last weekend. I'm going to be doing a couple of these. I'll be doing 1 or 2 of these a week moving forward, of just recaps of the week, recaps of my life, of just that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will talk to you guys Friday. We're having Mark Evans DM on. Great, the most successful businessman I know, who's going to blow everybody's brains off. All right, guys, have a great day.